people. The market is doing well. The market does. Oh my God. Roslyn Layton, she's not happy with the EO, the new executive order. What? And by the way, some of these other nations recognize XRP as at least as a non-security, whether they recognize it as a currency or something other than a security. The U.S. is not want to be on the outside looking in of the top G20 countries. XRP for its value. Then I don't want to miss out on that. Life is good. Life is good. Ooh. All right, guys, listen. This is your XRP Ripple daily news at around 0 to 10 minutes. Interesting stuff going on in the market today. What's going on, guys? This is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Holy moly, as my guy likes to say. Holy moly, as CKJ likes to say. Wow, look at the market is doing what the market does. The total cryptocurrency market cap is at 1.83 trillion. It's not a great number. It's down 5.7%. Here we go. The side, Bitcoin at 39, Bitcoin at 42, Bitcoin at 41, Bitcoin at 38. Can we be done with this already? Goodness gracious. Can we just be done with this already? The Bitcoin dominance is at 40.8%. Not a great number, as we all know, not for the alts, right? So Bitcoin is at $39,230. It's down. It's down 10% on the 7-day. Ethereum is down 12% on the 7-day at $2,600. A lot of double figure reds. XRP is down 5%. It's at 73 cents on the 7-day. Terra Luna is up 12% on the 7-day. How about that? Everything else is just a lot of double figure reds. Avalanche down 12% on the 7-day. I got to check out what Phantom is. Kronos is down 13% on the 7-day. Polygon, 13% on the 7-day. It's down. Let's see, where is Stellar Lumens is at 17.8 cents. Just a lot of double figure reds. Decentralize's down double figures. Ethereum Classic's down double figures. Uniswap's down double figures in the red, right? So you guys get the point. It is a red day, except for if you're in waves, man. I mean, if you're in waves, man, you're good. If you hold some of the waves token, you're great. 58% up on the freaking 7-day. So there it is, guys. Look, the market is just, I don't even know what to begin to say anymore. Interesting to see Zcash up on the 7-day, a privacy coin. I mean, right? The market decides, not you or I, not our personal views. The market decides. And the market, because Monero was up too. Yesterday or so, Monero was up, and I found that to be very, very interesting, that the two privacy coins were up when the market was down. Right? I was telling you something. They're not trusting. They're not trusting people. The market is saying, we're not trusting the powers that be. We want our own thing, and we want it to be private. And it just says that's what the market wants. Bottom line. Gala Games down double figures in the red as well. So guys, that's what it is. The market is doing what the market does. No need to go over all of these numbers, but a lot of double figure reds for sure. Interesting stuff in Twitter today. I saw a tweet from Michael at Val5 Links, and it was he tweeted out, I believe, a report from one of the crypto exchanges. Here it is right here. No, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. There it is right here. Ripple is not a security in the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Singapore, Japan, and the United Emirates. You know, we said on this channel all the time pretty much from day one, especially during the last administration, that we said, how is it that the United States is going to let a United States-based company and Ripple with this amazing, awesome, crazy technology, we're going to let other G20, G7 nations use it, and we are not? A US-based company that is building the next SWIFT and RippleNet with using the digital asset XRP, using the open decentralized ledger in the XRPL ledger, created a product around it called ODL that uses this technology, can move in the XRP ledger, can move anything of value, anything, gas, oil, stocks, art, anything of value, tokenized, anything of value, any currency, any crypto, anything of value. It can move it in 3 to 5 seconds, and it's going to cost you 0.0001 of a penny. And we're going to let the UK and Switzerland and Singapore and Japan and the United Emirates use this technology, and the good old US of A is not? How does that make sense? We're going to let those nations that I just mentioned save massive amount of money in cross-border payments. And we're just going to hang out and continue in the Nostro Vostro account system? Doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. And we've been saying that for the longest time. It doesn't make sense if that's going to happen. Just doesn't. It really does not. And this is a good point, right? It's a good point that these other nations see it as something different, and they're going to use it to its benefit, to their nation's benefit. They're going to take advantage of all the attributes of XRP, the XRP ledger, ODL. Japan, we all know Japan and Mr. Yoshitaka Katao and its conglomerate of banks see the value and going to be using it. Think about this. This is a great statement from XRP.life, XRPL.IFE. If the SEC wins the case, the United States will be isolated in the G20. A declining dollar and isolation in the G20 in parallel with BRICS, led by China, rising would be catastrophic for America. Nicely, well said on a great point, XRP Life. Well said on a great point. It ain't happening. And then you throw in the fact that this executive order talks about this interoperability and other nations coming together, and we're going to go in the opposite direction of Japan and Singapore and Switzerland and the UK. We're going to go in the opposite direction and make this thing a security and say all the people that used it were using securities. The writing's on the wall. Someone woke up the current POTUS and said, this dude over there at the SEC, he is not doing what's best for American investors. It's everybody is saying this was just, a lot of this is that wasn't the intention. That's not the intention of the executive order, but part of the executive order really is reining in this dude who thinks like he can just run rampant. And that's why I believe he went on this video tour and started with Jon Stewart's show, recognizing. Yeah, they put the clamps on. Because again, like I said yesterday and the day before, just because the SEC is doing this doesn't mean that the CFTC and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and the FTC are agreeing what they're doing, what the SEC is doing. This is a way to rein them in. Yeah, before you decided to start bringing some class action lawsuits in or enforcement actions in, let's talk about that. We know that you guys don't like to listen to former SEC commissioners. before you drop enforcement actions. But we want to kind of rein that in a little bit. Interesting stuff. And I believe Tom Emmer as well, excuse me, Tom Emmer weighed in on this as well. If I can freaking find it, man. My laptop, boy, I tell you, is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let me see if I can't find the Tom Emmer deal. But, you know, you got to think about that. That's a great point that Michael shared, and XRP Life shared as well. That is a great, great point. They're not going to isolate themselves. They're not going to go in the opposite direction of the top, you know, top G20 and G7 nations. Why would they do that? Why would the U.S. do that? You know, the dollar's in trouble. They got to figure some stuff out. I thought I had something from Tom Emmer here. See if I did save that. If not, I'll just go to his Twitter page. But it was kind of his thoughts. I can't wait to listen to that interview with Ron Hammond and Picking Crypto, Tony from Picking Crypto. Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren, hashtag is not your friend. I might have to start doing that with her as well. But Tom Emmer did chime in on the executive order. And we all know, I thought I was following this one. I guess I'm not following this one. That financial freedom is freedom. Is this the right one? Yeah. Just finished reviewing Bitcoins. Just finished reviewing Biden's executive order on digital assets. Here are a few thoughts. Let me do this. Let me show this. I thought I saved that, but I didn't. As expected, this executive order directs various federal agencies to study benefits and risk of digital assets to our economy, global competitiveness, and provide legislative recommendations. Crypto tokenization, blockchains, NFTs, smart contracts, and stablecoins are powering a more viable economic structure with individual autonomy. As a country, it's imperative that we develop a strategy to foster this innovation. Right? They made the decision again, like we said. They publicly announced what we knew they were doing privately, which is once they figured out that they couldn't stronghold this technology, they couldn't strong arm it. They embraced it, and now they got to figure out a way. This is part of embracing the technology, recognizing that the digital asset space is here to stay. Okay, he says the Blockchain Caucus has been advancing a pro-crypto legislative and oversight agenda for the past 8 years. Is that right? SEC 1 findings of the ER, Section 1 findings of the EO are sound. We have a national interest in fostering digital asset innovation. The rest of the EO focuses on consumer protection, systemic risk, global competitive, international standards, and placing guardrails on code to make sure it's resilient. Okay, good. It is there. Decentralization is the point. The executive order doesn't mention decentralization once. The disintermediation of our economy will enable all Americans, regardless of circumstances, to decide their futures, not a bank or big tech or the government. Love it. Given this admin's regulatory posture toward the crypto community, we have no reason to assume that the directives in the EO executive order will yield results that appropriately acknowledge the importance of leading with digital asset policies that prioritize open, permissionless, and private tech. Nice, nice. The executive order places the highest urgency on the agencies to study CBDCs. Any common sense analysis of potential US CBDC that is not open and permissionless and private would illuminate that the very idea is an entire non-starter and a disservice to Americans. Most fortunately, the executive order doesn't ask the SEC, doesn't ask the SEC, how say Gary Gensler, to weigh in. The SEC Chair Gensler has spent the past year intimidating crypto innovators and entrepreneurs with his unproductive regulation by public statement and enforcement actions. His input is not critical. I freaking love it. His input, his input is not critical. I love it. Overall, it's critical that we maintain tech and economic leadership on the global stage, and I look forward to continue to work to find bipartisan solutions to keep our great crypto community right here in the freaking United States. Nice, love it, love it. Nicely done, Congressman Tom Emmer. Chair Gensler's input is not critical. Love freaking it. Absolutely love it, guys. Absolutely love it. So I just wanted to hop on here real quick and do that, kind of let you guys know. I think Tom Emmer nails it 1000%. Roslyn Layton is just not happy. Listen to this real quick. Let me do this real quick. Biden EO promises the world fintech investors and innovators just want stable regulation. Yes, investors are looking for leadership from the president on financial innovation. Instead, they get a word salad of an executive order on consumers, financial stability, national security, and climate risk. A word salad. The executive order is a regulatory pile-on which asserts that 10 federal agencies, a cadre of state insurance, banking, and securities regulators, and a smattering of other bureaucrats to protect consumers, investors, businesses, while ensuring sufficient oversight and safeguard against any systemic financial risk posed by digital assets. The Ripple case. Sadly, oh, here, let me read this. Sadly, Biden's order merely punts the issue back to the regulators to codify the capricious and abusive overreach. Oh. Ironically, the executive order increases the importance of the landmark federal court battle going on in the Southern District of New York between the Securities and Exchange Commission and enterprise blockchain software company Ripple Labs. With all the sweeping arguments put forth by the SEC in its complaint and the scrappy, brilliant defense put up by Ripple, the questions now go well beyond whether Ripple and its two senior executive violated Section 5 of the Securities Act through the unregistered sale of XRP. The SEC's assertion of unlimited power in the absence of regulatory clarity is what's really on trial. A settlement isn't the right outcome, according to Roslyn. A settlement isn't the right outcome in the case if it leaves the government unchastened, uncontained, and free to attack again. Moreover, class action against the SEC also needs to play out. Thousands of retail XRP holders with no connection to Ripple were needlessly harmed by the SEC's inexplicable behavior. The enforcement action filed on then SEC by then SEC Chair Jay Clayton's last day in office dealt a 1-2 punch by crashing the value of the third largest cryptocurrency in the world, which has been trading on the secondary market since 2013, and then locking up consumers' holdings when exchanges suspended XRP trading for fear of SEC reprisal. Court evidence suggests that consumers lost as much as $15 billion as a result of the SEC's enforcement. Others have had their assets padlocked for over a year. Represented by Attorney John Deaton, over 65,000 of them were granted friend of the court status by the judge, who confessed she found no judicial precedent of investors seeking to intervene in a case as defendants. Some have understandably been clamoring for Ripple to settle at any cost so that they can get relief. But the SEC's capriciousness in court and in public has needlessly dragged out the case and raised the stakes for all. The SEC's 2020 complaint alleges that all distributions of the XRP tokens since 2013 have been unregistered securities transactions. The agency argued that the token itself is a security and that its open source decentralized ledger has no other utility but as an investment contract in one company. And that and that this was evident to all. This abruptly departs from Howey, the 1946 Supreme Court test for determining security. Ripple's defense countered that the SEC gave no fair notice for 7 years. In fact, Clayton and his hand-picked deputy, William Hinman, put out a blizzard of contradictory guidance to the markets. Ripple documented multiple attempts by many to get a clear answer from the SEC, but to no avail. The current chair, Gary Gensler's guidance is clearer. He wants to crack down on every digital asset, stable coins, utility tokens, centralized or decentralized ledgers, and he will use every weapon he's got against the industry to expand the agency's turf and lengthen his resume for promotion to Treasury Secretary. I freaking love it. She also covers conflicts of interest in here as well. Great job. Look, I'm going to end here. I'll do another video. I'll go over this some more in detail as well. Roslyn is not holding any punches. It's contributing editor at Forbes. And from day one, she has been on the SEC. And they're just, they're insisting on abusing their power inexplicably to harm instead of protect American investors. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.